Who among you cares about truth? Truth. Truth. If you believe that truth does not exist, or that truth is relative to a particular person, well, you do not believe in truth. You may believe in emotions. You may believe in experience. But there is the pure gold of truth. And all who want it, who crave it, who seek it, will find me here. Many will not come, and that's okay. So, I write these little letters for people and creatures. And then I seal them up. They come out in a flow of inspiration, and I don't even remember what's in the letter. And then, at some point, I find that letter. And I give it to someone who needs it. It's called the temple arts. It's an ancient Egyptian practice. It's beautiful. Two, can you see this? Oh my goodness, it's so bright, I'll tell you. Someone who questions the existence of God. I used to be there. There are two things in here. I'm going to have to figure out which one. Maybe both. But I got to keep this short. We're keeping this 10 minutes. All right. Competing with all the traffic. Oh my God. When you come into existence in modern day, and cars and trucks, and oh my God, what happened to plows and just wheelbarrows? People walking in bare feet. That was beautiful. I liked that. Nice and quiet. Could think. Didn't have to shout over things. Who is this? Do you know? This is a painting of Mary Magdalene. From Rome, Domenico Fetti, the penitent Magdalene. And I'll tell you, they just don't get me. They just don't get me. These guys, I mean, they're so sweet to try to picture me and paint me and all of that, but they don't get me. They always have me as this, like, or I'm like haggard. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, ugh. I don't know. They just don't get it. They tried. They tried. It was sweet that they tried. So anyway, this was a postcard from Mother Jana to me. The sweet woman. She just loves me. And she has these intentions. And she wrote this on her birthday, or just around that, which was so sweet, which was a year ago. So she says, Mary M., you have a heart of gold, and you have lived through difficult times. Angry men tried to cover you up. I'm sorry that happened. I will bring you to light. Love, Mother Jana. And she even addressed it. She's so cute. Mary Magdalene, out of the darkness way, all over the world. And then numbers. I have a thing for numbers. I talk through the numbers. 3 plus 7 equals whole. Some people can read the signs. All right. A letter to you. You. This is for you. You watching. Okay? Listen through all the cars into my heart. My daughter, Ma Cherie, I want to talk to you today about faith, about what it is and what it means. Some people use the word faith as though it is interchangeable with a religious tradition, but that is not so. The way to think about faith is not through a set of beliefs, but it is belief. It is loyalty and trust. What I want you to know is that it does not require a person to follow a set of rules drawn up by men or by women either. Though we don't even know what kind of rules a group of faithful women would draw up. All the women's traditions have been lost, their scriptures burned. So faith is trust in the higher will, the higher power. It is an act of surrender and release. It is accepting and knowing you do not know. The problem with trusting people in this life is that sometimes they disappoint us or do not measure up. And when this happens, it can cause us to lose our trust. Betrayal, it seems, is par for the course of being human. The thing I want you to remember is the Lord we have chosen, and the one who has chosen us never betrays. He will not forsake you or betray you. What's that guy's name? It is possible that you misinterpret his guidance or his will, but he is a pure and divine emblem of goodness and light who takes root in your soul and holds you in protection when you are faithful to him. He is ever available, ever listening. His goodness and truth, his deep abiding love, is the most potent force on this earth, and it will bring you to an inner glory you have never known once you turn to him again and again and form a relationship. People will fall away in your life. People fall away. People will disappoint you. Institutions will fail. Governments crumble. But if you have this forest inside you, this vast reservoir of goodness and love, you are always safe in the deepest of ways. You are always nurtured by his angels. You are always home or coming home. I tell you this because I have experienced it. I am living it now, It is not something I wanted to accept until I had no choice, and I turned to Jesus, who I think is so sexy, and I asked for his help. And it does not mean everything is easy all the time, but what is hard is much easier to bear. His yoke is the sweetest I have known, and if I were to choose one to be married to, I would choose him again and again. I love you. Take heart. Mwah. Mary Magdalene.